views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio. Psychic answers and spiritual solutions with psychic visionary and vibrational healers Dorian and Suzanne Evans, where you can call in and ask about your chakras, aura, and spiritual DNA. Tune in and discover the energy that is contradictive to your path of wholeness. Get ready to meet the most important person in your life, you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Spiritual Diagnostics. This is your host, Dorian.
Hi, and this is Suzanne Evans, and I am so happy to be here today.
We are really delighted to be here. And today we're going to be discussing chakras 8 through 12. And in our last show, we talked about the chakras and we touched briefly on these 5 chakras. And these chakras have so much to offer that it was very difficult to cover it all in one show. So we felt the need to definitely go deeper into the meaning of these chakras, what these chakras offer in terms of our healing, the energies that need to be accessed to activate the lessons that we've already learned, the abilities that we already have. So in today's show, we're going to be touching on the reaping of the benefits of our healing. We're going to be touching on why is it that some of us are feeling stuck and not able to move past a certain point. We're going to tap into these areas individually, informing everyone of the role, the very important role of these energy centers, how they facilitate movement, prosperity, awareness, healing, and understanding. For those of you who are listening and have questions about your chakras, give us a call. Questions about your life, things that are happening in your life and things that are not happening in your life. We will touch on information of what is going on in any of your chakras in this show, but you're going to learn in this show how 8 through 12 affect all of the energy centers. So for those of you who are feeling like you've reached a certain point in your life that you've done healing, you've worked on certain energy centers, you've come to a certain place in where you know that you have gifts, you know that you have abilities, but for some reason, you're not quite able to tap into what you have and use it. You've learned lessons, you've reached certain levels, but you're not quite able to live in the present moment of the benefit of the lessons that you've learned. We're going to let you know why that is and how you can open up to what you've already absorbed, learned, and are meant to move to and move through. So for those of you who are listening, you want to give us a call after the show. If you feel that your situation is too personal and private and you have some questions that you're not comfortable addressing over the air, give us a call at 312-898-2285. And you can also log on to our site, spiritualdiagnostics.com, spirituald.com, and it'll give you more information. So I would like to start by talking about the first chakra once we go past 7, which is 8. And this chakra has been known as the energy center of divine love, spiritual love, selflessness. This is where we store karmic residue. Spiritual skills are contained in this chakra. So, in other words, if there is something that you have gone through in a prior lifetime, if there is something that you're going through in this lifetime, and you've already achieved your lesson, you've achieved your understanding, but you still feel like there is a portion of your love, your spirituality that is not flowing fluidly. This is the chakra that we tap into. This is the chakra that contains stains of an experience, meaning you've been through a situation, the situation is no longer, yet the residual, the residue of that experience is still prevalent and may be affecting you. It's just like spilling something and wiping it. The pour is gone, but the stain remains. This is the energy center that holds the residue. And I found it so interesting, Suzanne, when you were talking about how a past experience can be forgotten on one level of our being, but stored in another level of our being.
Yes, and I have witnessed that many of times because see, physically, sometimes we can experience something and not understand, why am I feeling this way? Everything's fine. I have achieved my goals. I am spiritually balanced. I have meditated. I have learned my lesson. I have gone through my journey, and I'm finding myself at a stable place in life. So why emotionally and mentally am I still feeling like I did previously? What is going on here? Sometimes we just don't understand on a physical level why are we feeling the way that we're feeling, because this is why. Sometimes we have been through past lives. We have been reincarnated for a reason and a purpose. We are in this lifetime. And during our past life, we may experienced something, we may witnessed something, felt something, went through something that physically we do not remember. But spiritually, our soul, our spirit remembers what we experienced, remembers what we saw, remembers the thoughts, the emotions, how it affected us in our past lifetime. So I have seen many times that our spirit, our soul, has the key and the solution to finding our complete healing physically, spiritually, mentally, on all levels. And that's why I am such a big believer in past life regressions, because, Carol, I have had so much successful experiencing with fully spiritually helping people heal through past life regressions, because our chakras can become off balance by not something that only happened in this lifetime. It can also become off balanced from something that we have witnessed or experienced in a past life that our spirit, our soul is holding on to. It remembers how it felt. It remembers what it saw.
And that's very interesting, because what it comes down to is that the mind can forget an experience, whether it's from a past lifetime or this lifetime. The mind can totally block that experience out, and we have no way of recollecting on an everyday basis what's happened to us in another lifetime. But not only can the mind do that from past lifetimes, in the present lifetime, if something is too hard to embrace or think of, the mind can close out that experience, whereas the soul and the spirit have recorded the emotion, the vision, every portion of the experience. The soul and spirit, I believe what you're saying, has recorded and holding on to the experience.
Yes, exactly. And I love the way you expressed it. I love the way you said it.
Yes, it's thank you. Thank you very much. It's so amazing that when you're dealing with these 5 chakras, and we're going to go through all of them, that what the essence and the purpose of these chakras are for and what they contain is the healing that you've already experienced, the lessons that you've already experienced, and the situations in your life that you've already endured through the other chakras. These are the chakras that contain the opening, the awakening, and the benefits of your lessons. So when we tap into these energy centers, it is opening up and unlocking the lessons and the advancement that you have already received. And in chakra number 8, the skills, the spiritual skills that you have are contained in this chakra, whether you're meant to be a light worker, a healer, if you're meant to work with people on a psychological, physical, emotional, or spiritual level, or all-encompassing of all of these aspects, these skills are stored in this chakra. This is the chakra that also activates psychic ability. So when we open up this chakra, we are tapping into the divine self. And we're going to move on to chakra 9. And this is the soul's blueprint. This is the individual's total skills and abilities learned in all lifetimes. This is where we unlock our lessons of advancement from prior lifetimes. This is one of my favorite chakras because in our soul's blueprint, let's really take that and think about it. The way that we function, the way that we heal, it is all contained inside of this chakra. And we're going to get back to this. We're going to get ready to take a break now. And when we return, we're going to touch on the soul's blueprint. We'll be back shortly.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Get ready to rid yourself of all that is weighing you down and holding you back from living the life you want for yourself. Coming Clean, The Art of Transparency with Catherine Moss is a hit show for women in recovery who are ready to live life on purpose. Tune in and let Catherine help you live your truth one day at a time. Live each Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
Beyond being this amazing neurologist, inventor, author, Dr. Dan Cohen has been called to look at technology and look at personal and spiritual development and merge these together. His technology uses the healing and psychospiritual effects of synchronized sounds, vibrations, electromagnetic fields, and how that interacts with us in our nervous system in what we're calling the Soul Tech Chair.
The Soul Tech Lounge induces profound levels of relaxation that transition over time into deep meditative states. The synchronized sound, vibration, and magnetic field induce these states. The subject doesn't have to work at it.
To learn more, go to soultechwellbeing.com. That's SOLTEC Wellbeing.
It's great to be back. And for those of you who may just be tuning in, we're discussing the 5 additional chakras, 8 through 12. We've gone over 8, and we were about to touch on to 9, which is the soul's blueprint, the individual's total skills and abilities learned in all lifetimes. And I'd like to say that this is what all 5 of the chakras actually have in common. They're holding on to skills, experiences, and abilities from past and present lifetime experiences that we've already healed through, already moved through. But sometimes, even when you've already gone through something, you've already learned it, you just have to open up these energy centers to tap into what you're already storing that can advance you. So in the soul's blueprint, this is where everything that you've experienced in your prior lifetimes, your lessons are stored. And one of my absolute favorite experiences that you were talking about at one time was a certain client that you were working with. And this gives the best example of what the soul stores.
Yes,
And
yes,
how that
absolutely.
ninth chakra works.
Because, Carol, our soul, it's not only that it's recording things and experiencing things and having an understanding of what's going on in our past life and our present life. Our soul and certain chakras start recording and absorbing as early as being a fetus, developing in our mother's womb, as early as the first trimester. And, I always was very aware of this, but, there was one specific lady that I worked with that really gave me the stable understanding of what I have today. I'm so happy that you brung this up. This is just the perfect example. I was meditating with a woman, and we was doing a past life regression, and I asked her spirit to go wherever it needed to. I asked her spirit to please guide us in the right direction. So her spirit went back to an event, a very unfortunate one, that her mother witnessed. The event was violent, truly crucial. It was just very sad. Well, what took place after, she actually described what her mother witnessed as if she was there. But remember, she was just a developing fetus when this event took place.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I need to ask you something because I really want our listeners to really absorb this. She was conceived and recorded the experience?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sorry, I get so excited and like
it's okay.
Hyped up to tell the story. Maybe I didn't say it probably, so I apologize to the listeners. But
no need. I just really wanted to touch on that a little more because that is exactly what the soul's blueprint is about. But please continue.
So what she actually described, what her mother witnessed as if she was there. But remember, she was just a developing fetus when this event took place. I mean, her mother was only in the first trimester, and I'm going to get to the part how all of that was understood by us. She actually described a robbery, people being held at gunpoint, people who were injured in such great detail as if she was there. But the best part is her mother never even told her this story. So 2 weeks went by, and she was visiting with her mother. And her mother asked her, her mother was aware that she was meditating. She was doing a past life regression with a healer. So her mother asked her, how did your meditation go? How was your regression? And she explained to her mother, Mom, it was very emotional. I didn't understand where it was going. She explained to her the situation, told her what she witnessed, about the robbery and the gunpoint and just the whole negative and crucial event that her spirit led her to. Mm-hmm. Her mother looked at her with just tears pouring down her face and shocked and hurt. And she said to her, I experienced this. The mother is saying to the woman that I was working with and, doing the regression with, I experienced this when I was carrying you, when I was pregnant with you. And she said, honey, I was only in the first trimester.
Wow.
So
that early.
Yes.
Early.
She was only in the first trimester. She said that she was, just a few weeks pregnant, just found out. And she said that she was at a place, and yes, this did take place. She did witness this, and she explained it in such great detail. Carol, it was like if she was there, like if she was fully there, not like she was a developing fetus in the womb. When we're a developing fetus, we can't witness anything. We can't understand what's going on around us, but our spirit is fully developed. And that is what we all need to realize and come to a stable understanding is even if we are either a fetus, a child, a toddler, a young adult, even though that we have not fully developed, our spirit is recording, our chakras are developed.
Wow. So we are actually here before we get here, in essence. So
exactly.
This woman, her spirit recorded an experience. So that's to say, that's exactly how the ninth chakra works. The experience is locked into the spirit of what has been witnessed. And inside of every experience, there's lessons, advancement, and understanding. So when we open up that ninth chakra, and when you opened up that ninth chakra, you are opening up the experiences that the soul is containing that could be altering a person's life, keeping a person stagnant, creating fear, anxiety, or an unwanted type of pattern, and understanding an experience that has been received and stored is very important. If you're carrying it and you've been through it, it's important to understand what it is and where it's at is in that ninth chakra. So when you were doing this work, you were working through the ninth chakra, you opened it up.
Yeah, and we opened it up on a high enough level to actually ask her spirit to please show us, lead us.
Into the direction.
I asked her spirit, share with us what you know.
Oh, yes. And that's one of the amazing things about working with chakras 8 through 12. The spirit is so comfortable just going through these energy centers because your spirit knows its way around here, because these are the experiences, the work, the lessons, and the understanding that the spirit has already reached. So basically, working with these chakras is just bringing your mind to understand what it is that the spirit has already learned.
Yes.
So for those of you who are listening to this and you feel like calling in right now, asking questions, the lines are open. Feel free to do so. And for those of you who are listening to this and you want to give us a call after the show, please feel free to do so at 312-898-2285 or log on to spirituald.com. And we'd like you to know that through accessing these energy centers, we'd love to introduce you to the lessons that you've already learned that your mind may not be aware of, what your spirit has already learned, the tools that you have that you may have never really tapped into on the highest level, your divine creativity, and the pathwork to your soul. So when you work with chakras 8 through 12, again, it's just bringing the physical mind into the knowledge and acknowledgement of what the spirit has already learned and accessed. And
yes.
That's what's truly awesome about it. So I know we're getting ready to go to break soon, but by accessing this, what did it do for her when she came to the point of understanding this? When we come back after break, I'd like you to touch on what this did for her and how this changed her life. And we will be right back to touch on that very soon.
Are you anxious, worried, or insecure? Hi, I'm Dr. Friedman Schaub. I'm the author of The Fear and Anxiety Solution. Join me for my next breakthrough video seminar, which starts on September 10th. This program has helped thousands of people worldwide to overcome their struggles with anxiety, and I'm certain it can also help you. If you're ready to be free again and have a stronger foundation of inner peace and confidence, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Badili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com and sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
Hi, this is Leslie Fontaine, and my show is Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com. When we're bogged down with our emotions, the hardships that plague us in our relationships, at work, our finances, we literally can't see the higher plane where we could be operating from. Tune in to Leslie Fontaine, Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran Access Consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
How would you like increased health and vitality? How would you like to avoid the onset of disease as well as slow the aging process? This is all possible through a simple, safe, and natural process. Every day we are either moving toward wellness or away from wellness.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. I'd like to be your partner in achieving optimal health. Contact me now at maryjanemack.com or call 425-392-0659. Visit maryjanemack.com.
Well, hello. It's great to be back. And for those of you who might just be tuning in, we were talking about chakras 8 through 12, and we were touching on the 9th chakra, the soul's blueprint, the individual's total skills and abilities learned in all lifetimes and even as early as the first trimester of development. And you talked about this lady that you were working with.
Yes.
And an experience that she witnessed and that she had actually seen when you asked her spirit to freely go to wherever it needed to go to describe the experiences that were altering or creating certain conditions in her life. And after you touched that area, can you talk about the advancement and the changes in life that it made to access that 9th chakra soul's blueprint energy?
Yes. And, once we were able to find out what was going on spiritually, what her spirit was holding on to, then we were finally able to get to the point into releasing that pattern, releasing that energy. It's not that her spirit would necessarily ever forget what it experienced, what it took place, but helping her spiritually to heal from the situation. And, it wasn't only affecting this woman and, big areas of her life. It was small things too. She always had fears of, coming home at night. She always had to make sure that she came home before sundown. She had fears of that, but she never understood why. Well, when her spirit witnessed this and when she was, that developing fetus, this all took place at night. Well, once we were able to release the energy of it, she didn't have those fears anymore. Also, she was able to verbally express herself with confidence. She was able to verbally stand up for herself in areas of her life that she needed to in her work environment. Okay? She was able to verbally express herself better in her marriage because her marriage was not going well. Things were negative. There was communication barriers. There was obstacles within her marriage. But you know what? Her and her husband could not come to a solution because she could not verbally express what she truly desired. She wasn't very confident within her own decisions. She did not feel safety or security. And there was times that in her life that everything was fine, but she didn't understand Why did she always have to double check and make sure the doors were locked? Why did she she was always afraid to come home alone before sundown. She had problems with having confidence driving on the intersection or the interstate or long distances away. She was able to have stableness in her life, security and safety, because you have to think about something, Carol, and I mean, really take a deeper look at that. It makes sense that that's why she was feeling that way, because what her spirit experienced, if anybody experienced that on a physical or spiritual level and it stained them, you feel at that moment, if you were watching a robbery and people at gunpoint, you would feel all control lost, security, say so. So that's how it affected her. That's how it affected her journey. So once she was able to become balanced, and once she was able to release this energy and this fear, well, she was able to get through all these situations. She was able to stand up for herself in her work environment and verbally express herself. She's seen positive results in her marriage because she was able to tell her husband, her spouse, what she wanted to change. She was able to drive home at night, when sun was down, without having fears. After we were done, me and her, I'll never forget it, with our spiritual journey, she actually called me and said, well, look at me. It's about 8:30 p.m. I got the radio on and the windows down, and I'm not afraid.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like the things that you're describing. You touched on fear, insecurity, communication barriers, and this is how these 5 chakras work, because the things that you're describing, they sound like throat chakra issues. They sound like root chakra issues, the instability, the throat meaning the communication, and fear usually stores itself in that solar plexus. So there could be people that were experiencing something like this and saying, well, I've worked on my throat, I've worked on my solar plexus, I've worked on my root, and I'm still going through this. And this story is a perfect example, because these were actually not throat, root, or solar plexus issues. They were 9th chakra issues, soul's blueprint issues. And it was through accessing this 9th chakra energy, you are releasing symptoms that would mask themselves as root, solar plexus, and throat, when in fact they were 9th chakra issues, and it was a journey through that energy center that opened it up. So if I would have to describe the experience that you're describing with this woman and how the 9th chakra really works once we're opening up, it's about releasing limits. So for those of you who are feeling limited and feeling like there's a fear, apprehensive energy, or instability, and could be feeling that it's related to one of the most common chakras, it may not be. This can actually be something stored in the 9th, and it needs to be opened up to release these limits. So that takes me to chakra 10. And this is they're all beautiful, but this is very beautiful. This is divine creativity, synchronicity of life, masculine and feminine energy, unlocking the skills of the 9th chakra. So the 10th chakra is very connected to the 9th. And this is where we are activating abilities. So in activating abilities, it comes down to using what you've learned. How many of us can say, I don't know why I have a problem performing this task when I know how to do it? I know this. And for some reason, I can't seem to do it. I was working with someone who for years was working for a very large company. And she would say, what I do for this company, I can do this on my own. I could be self-employed. I could open up my own business performing this duty, and it would give me flexibility to live my life in a different way. It would give me the flexibility to start a family, have more personal time. Yet, even though she knew how to do this, and she said she could do it in her sleep, is the way that she described her work. And I believed she could. I could see in her aura that she was very well informed of what it is that she was doing, and she probably could do it in her sleep. But when it came to making the decision and having the security to say, I'm going to use the tools I have to start my business and live the abundant life, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, that I know that I can, whenever she'd get up to that point, the fear, the insecurity would just be all encompassing. And that's when opening up the 10th chakra activates the abilities to use the skills that you already have. So in this chakra, we basically, I know this sounds a little funny, learn how to use what we already know how to use. It's an experience where you know what you need to be doing and you know how to do it, but you just can't seem to move forward and use your tools. You can't open up your own toolbox and pick them up and start using them, even though you know each tool in the most intricate detail. So when we're opening up that 10th chakra, we're tapping into the energy of activation. So if I had to describe 9, it would be releasing limits.
Yes, and releasing is very important. Very important. And I love what we're talking about. I love the flow of the energy, but we are getting ready to go on break. And I can't wait to get back and talk about all of this good stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So we've discussed releasing limits and activating abilities. And after our break, we are going to come back and we're going to touch more on that 10th chakra energy, how it works, how to open it up, what it can create and open up in your life and in your understanding right after this short break.
What is a brilliant culture? And how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you design a culture that is authentic, innovative, and successful. Learn how to create change with Cultural Brilliance Radio, the DNA of organizational excellence, and Claudette Rowley. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit ClaudetteRowley.com.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
Get into it for 2016. Do you want more prosperity, clarity, energy, and balance in your life? Join Lynn Brown now for one of her amazing workshops, each focusing on a key part of living your best life. For more information and to register for one of these amazing workshops, visit lynnbrownevent.com. That's lynnbrownevent.com. And get into it this 2016 with Lynn Brown.
Do you want to achieve your goals? Do you want to strengthen relationships with others? Do you want to improve your financial status? Colette Marie Steffen is partnering with Mark Kettenbach to bring you an energetic upgrade online experience. Unfold and develop your full potential. Visit energeticupgrade.com today for more information. That's energeticupgrade.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days, because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com. Get ready to rid yourself of all that is weighing you down and holding you back from living the life you want for yourself. Coming Clean, The Art of Transparency with Catherine Moss is a hit show for women in recovery who are ready to live life on purpose. Tune in and let Catherine help you live your truth one day at a time. Live each Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
And we are back here talking about chakras 8 through 12. We left off talking about releasing limits in number 9, and 10 being about activating abilities. So when we want to activate what we've already learned and the skills that we have, we do a meditation where we're opening up this chakra and we're asking Spirit to go to the areas that it is needed to see, experience, and describe what has been viewed and what has been stored. And moving to chakra 11, this is the chakra that is all about pathwork to the soul. This is the individual's ability to acquire advanced spiritual skills, to travel beyond time and space. This is where we're accessing the highest levels of meditation. So many people will call me and say, how do I meditate? When I'm in meditation, I feel distracted, or I cannot tap into or tune into a thought for too long without another thought quickly coming in and interrupting. So when we want to learn how to meditate, reach that highest level that we are capable of reaching through our meditation, we access the pathwork to the soul through chakra 11. And that is where we are opening up the 11th chakra and tapping into that ability that connects actually to the third eye, that we are able to focus inward without interruption. This is the chakra, the 11th chakra is the chakra where Buddhist monks and many gurus enter their meditation through. So chakra 11 is all about the highest level to self when it comes to connecting on the meditation plane. And moving to chakra 12, this is completion, connecting to divinity, tying up loose ends. So this is where you are completing, understanding the completion of your soul's journey, understanding the steps to completion, whether it is forgiving ourselves or others, or acknowledging ourselves or others. This is the chakra that leads you to your steps and your path of completion. And for each individual person, that path may be similar or entirely different. So when we access 12, we are completing. And for those of you who are listening to this and you may have questions of how the chakra system works. How do we activate these chakras? How do we open up these centers? Give us a call after the show. You will not be charged. We'd love to give you a complimentary consultation at 312-898-2285 or log on to our site at spirituald.com. So I'd like to touch a little bit on those of you who have been doing your own spiritual cleansing. For those of you who have been doing your own spiritual cleansing and you've been progressing, continue to do so. However, for those of you who have not been able to do your own work, and even though you've been extremely strong and in touch with your own abilities, that just may be because simply your situation may run deeper than you realize. The best example that I can think of is it's like having a common cold. Usually there will be no need for a doctor. You can just go to the drugstore, buy an over-the-counter medication and clear yourself up because you've caught it just in the nick of time. But there will be some of you who may have ignored your symptoms or have blocked them out. So now your symptoms may be more extreme, or the condition that you're experiencing, it may need something deeper. It may need an antibiotic. When you're opening up the chakra system 8 through 12, this is the natural spiritual antibiotic that has the ability and has what it takes to open up, access, and create the healing, the lessons, and the advancement that you already store. So what we do in this time is we open up these energy centers and we touch on your experiences, your healing, and the levels that you are capable of reaching and that you may have already reached and just do not have the exact understanding on how to reach them and use them. You've reached them, they're there, but you may need a little guidance into how to use what you're already containing. So for those of you, again, you can give us a call if you'd like to at 312-898-2285 or reach us on our site at spirituald.com. And Suzanne, I know that you were doing some work with completion on Chakra 12, and we have a few minutes to wrap it up. What would you say is that level of completion? What would you say that brings to someone when they reach that?
Well, I would definitely have to say, I have a lot to say about it, but we have short time right now. So
yes, in 3 minutes. We've got 3 minutes.
First thing I would have to say is feeling complete. Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, feeling complete, and also acceptance. But acceptance to oneself, acceptance to who you are, the decisions that you made. Acceptance, completeness is definitely very important in one's life.
Absolutely. So when we're accessing this chakra energy, it is basically an introduction to what it is that you can do, what it is that you have already done in prior lifetimes, and bringing in that balance and that stability and allowing it to flow in your life. Working with chakras 8 through 12 is definitely the manifesting factor. If I were to pick one title for it, it's the manifesting. It's the ability to recognize and understand where you're at, what you can do, and to make it happen. And I have to say that each and every person who's listening to this, you do have healing ability. You have the key to every locked door in your life. But it's just like in real life when you lose your keys and you're looking around, where are they? I know I've got them. That's what we want to help you to do in opening up these centers. Find the keys that you already have and start opening those doors. Start living, start experiencing, loving, activating, and moving through anything in life that you feel you've been stuck or stagnant in. And it has been an absolute pleasure being here talking to all of our listeners. I look forward to hearing from any of you, all of you, and I'm sending you all love, light, and blessings. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much. Blessings to everybody.
Thank you. Namaste.
You've been listening to Spiritual Diagnostic Radio, Psychic Answers and Spiritual Solutions with Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans, diagnosing the spiritual cause of unwanted life patterns. For more information on your favorite healers, visit spirituald.com and tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio to receive your weekly dose of enlightenment.